We have got your $1 million plus market report for Philadelphia, Chester, Delaware, and Montgomery counties, and I'll give you all the trends about premium and luxury listings that are happening in the Metro Philadelphia area. So if you like what you hear, you get some value out of this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to schedule a call to talk about your move into the high end or the sale of your luxury home, we would love the opportunity to chat with you, and you can schedule a call with me and our team with the link in the comments. So here's the statistics for the summer months. So June, July, and August 2024 in the greater Philadelphia area, we saw the number of luxury homes, and this is anything that's sold for above $1 million. In each of the counties, we saw a range of Philadelphia on the low end had 108 sales, Montgomery County 185, Delaware County 145, and Chester County had the most at 220 homes that closed and sold during the summer months above $1 million. The days on market, this is very interesting, in Philadelphia was 94 days. That was the average. And in the suburban counties, Delaware County was the lowest at 27, followed by Chester County at 39, and Montgomery County at 47 days on market. Another interesting stat is what the sellers actually got based on the asking price. So the lowest was in Montgomery County. The average seller got 102.1% of their original list price. Yes, 2% above what they were asking. We saw the next highest was in Chester County at 103.2, 103.4 in Philadelphia, and in Delaware County, it was 110.2% of the original asking price during the summer months. And the average sale prices in Philadelphia was the highest at $1.615 million, and in the suburban counties, it ranged from $1.473 million up to $1.54 million for the average sale price for homes that transacted in the seven-figure range. So what does all this mean here? Well, what I'm seeing is that when homes are priced properly, they are selling in about a month and a half, and they're going above the asking price. So that tells me a couple of things. It might take some time to get traffic going, number one. Secondly, there's only going to be a finite amount of buyers in the premium market. So being patient versus like 10 days, 11 days, which is the median for the entire marketplace in terms of days on market, that's not realistic. You've got to give this a little bit of time here to let the market come to you, because let's face it, the median income in our marketplace is right around $87,000 to $91,000, depending on where you are. And with a two-income family making that, they're not able to qualify for $1 million plus property. So being patient with the marketing process is going to be really important for sellers in the premium marketplace, and for buyers. If you see a home sitting on the market maybe 2 or 3 months, there might be opportunity to make an offer on one of these homes depending on their pricing history and recent sales data in the area. What we're also seeing is that the properties that are out there, there's a decent amount selling, but it's still not a ton, right? So we're seeing anywhere from the low end, 108 in Philadelphia, to the high end, 220 in Chester County. There's not a lot of sales in this segment of the market. There's more than there ever have been before because of what's going on with pricing and some other things. So instead of focusing on, the volume of it, you've got to realize there's more than ever, and that number is going to keep growing. What we're seeing here is that the high-end market is operating a lot like the rest of the market, the move-up segment of the market, the first-time buyer segment of the market. It just takes more time for things to materialize. So as a seller, what I'd be looking at is this. If I'm thinking about making a move, one, I'm heavily focused on home prep. That's really, really critical, making sure the property is going to show well. It's going to create that right emotional reaction when people walk through the door. Remember, you're selling something there's more competition in terms of more listings on the market than there will be in some of the lower price points. So you want to make sure your home stands out as much as possible. And having an agent or a team that has a home prep process to get that right emotional reaction, that's going to be really critical. So that'd be the first thing I'm focusing on as a seller. And knowing these homes are larger, there's more square footage, there's more work to do, it's really critical to have the appropriate amount of time allotted to get the home ready for the market. This is one of the biggest stressors for home sellers that are out there, and making sure you find an agent or a team that has the right vendors that can help you. Do they have junk companies? Do they have painters? Do they have landscapers? All these things that will help your home show better You want to have trusted vendors you can rely on coming from the person you're hiring to sell the home. So that's really, really critical. In addition to that, I'm looking at pricing strategies, pricing your home right where you think it's going to sell for. Remember, there's 3 pricing strategies out there. Price it low to sell above, price it right at the value where you think the home's going to come in, and aspirationally price it and field offers and maybe be willing to come down. Those are the 3 strategies. Strategy number 2, pricing it right where you think it's going to sell for, knowing that you want to be mindful of segments of the market, meaning pricing at $2 million versus $2,050,000, pricing it at $2.5 million versus $2.57 million. You want to be mindful of those search engines that drive real estate searches like Zillow and Realtor.com and other places, and position it in a place where it's a firm number that you're happy with. And statistically, there's a very high likelihood you're going to sell for 2 to 3% above that on average. Remember, every home's different. So that's what I'm looking at as a seller when it comes to pricing, when it comes to getting the home ready, and being very clear there's a marketing strategy in place to understand exactly how exposure is going to be driven to the home. As a buyer, what I'm looking at is the ability to understand the nuances of the market. Targeting homes that maybe have been on the market 45, 60, 90 days, that may be a way for you to negotiate and get some inspections. And remember, you're asking people to come down a lot more on these, even if it's a percentage point or 2 off the asking price, because the numbers are bigger. So as a buyer, I'm making sure my financials are locked and loaded. I can clearly demonstrate them to a potential seller that I want to buy their home, and I've got all my ducks in a row. Because this market, it's not moving as fast as some of the lower price points. It's still moving fast, and you want to be ready. So a lot of good stuff to come out of this high-end luxury home report for the summer months in the greater Philadelphia area. You got some value out of this, or you got questions, make sure to click on the link to schedule a call with our team.